All through the afternoon I walk. The wind becomes even colder, penetrating my clothes. It must be the colder months of the year, autumn or even winter. I walk as quickly as I can to try and keep warm. Gradually the large shops, restaurants, office blocks give way to smaller buildings and houses. It must be winter, as I thought, because it gets dark early. I'm still weak. I don't feel any stronger than this morning. The nausea is still there, curled in the pit of my stomach, threatening to rush up and overwhelm me. It's more difficult to find the way now. The streets are narrower and smaller, with more junctions and turn-offs. The street map is constantly in my hand. Road names are harder to find. Even though the streetlights have come on, everything still seems very dark. I find myself in a poor, run-down part of the city suburbs. Graffiti is sprayed on walls. The footpaths are dirty and strewn with litter. Signposts have been partly or completely torn down. I move past a telephone box, a ruin of a bus shelter, and stop beneath a streetlight to consult the map again. Suddenly something rams into my back and I fall, hard, elbows first. Pain jabs through them. Then more pain in my ribs, back, stomach. I'm being kicked. As the force of the kicks roll me over, I catch glimpses of my attackers. There must be 4 or 5. They're young, no more than 20, any of them, shadowy, jerky shapes above me, snarling as they kick. Why? Do they know me? Do they perhaps have some grudge against me? Then the kicking stops and hands begin digging at me, probing into my pockets. So that's it. They want to rob me. Nausea sweeps through me again and the world swirls. I hear a nearby car accelerating, then screeching to a stop. The youths swear in unison. Footsteps. They're running. Then there are more footsteps, these coming towards me. More hands. These lift me carefully to my feet. 2 tall, uniformed policemen stand in front of me. They ask if I'm all right. Did those little bastards hurt me? Did they take anything? Their voices seem far away. I can barely make them out. And, strangely, they seem to have difficulty hearing my replies, so I repeat them louder. It almost seems I'm shouting. I'm not really hurt, I tell them. No, nothing was stolen. Then they ask me my name. I don't answer. They ask again. And again, I say nothing. Then they ask to see my card. So I tell them, I have to, there's no other choice. I tell them that I have no card. I've lost it. Even as I say it, the concern drains out of the policemen's faces and they turn away. I carry on talking. I tell them the address I'm trying to find. Can they help? Could they perhaps take me there? But they pay no attention. They get back into their car and drive away as if they no longer see or hear me. I watch them go, and after they're out of sight, I still watch for a time. Perhaps I hope they'll come back. Don't know. Then it starts to rain. Looking about, I see the street map more battered than ever in the gutter. I pick it up. Not far now. I turn up the collar of my raincoat and go on. The rain is coming down hard, splashing off the ground, soaking me. I could shelter in a doorway, but I daren't stop. I know I don't have much time left. The nausea hasn't receded this time. It's worse than ever. I'm so weak I can barely walk. And the darkness. The streetlights are on. I can see them, but everything still seems so dark. But here it is. This is the street. God, there it is. That's the address. I stumble along the street and across the road to a tall, dingy house converted into flats. The names of the occupants next to their room number are arranged one under the other by the side of the front door. The name on my piece of paper is there. Room number 5, 2nd floor. I lean against the door and raise my hand to knock, to hammer as hard as I can manage. But the door collapses, swings in. I didn't notice it was fractionally open. I collapse with the door, sprawling onto the cold, tiled floor of the hallway. I can't get up. Don't have the strength. So I crawl. The stairs are in front of me. I start dragging myself up, hands and knees, one step at a time. I managed to reach the next floor. A light bulb suspended naked from the ceiling glows, but makes no impression on the darkness. Of course it doesn't. How could it? How could anything? I can hardly see more than a few feet now. Looking up at the first door, I have to strain to make out the number. No, not that one. I pull myself along to the next. Nausea. Getting worse all the time. To think clearly. This is it, though. Number 5. My hand struggles up, makes a fist, thumps the door. I hit as hard as I can, but the noise is nothing more than a gentle tap. I wait. Finally, the door opens. I look up and see a woman. Dark hair, I think, but I can hardly see. I speak, and she looks down. She looks puzzled. Not concerned, not even surprised. Just puzzled. I say the name of the woman on the piece of paper, but she doesn't react. She reaches down and lifts something off the floor with one finger. It's a sopping wet raincoat. My raincoat. She holds it away from her with the finger. Mouth turns down with distaste. Then reaches down again and lifts another dripping object from the floor. My shirt. I scream at her, but there's no sound. I reach a hand up, but it's not there. Nothing left. No voice. No body. No card. Still looking puzzled, the woman slowly shuts the door. Only the dark left now. I'm not.
Sam Dale was reading ID by Phil Emery. The producer was Gemma Jenkins.